The bomb has been planted.
What is up, guys? Get Flanked here, and welcome to episode 2 of Building the SND Mind. In this episode, we're going to review an entire game, so you're going to see a lot of things that I did right, a lot of things I did wrong, and we're going to talk about all those things and actually just try to establish some general tips that will help you in every game. We're going to talk a lot about decisions, why I made the decisions I did, and whether they were right or wrong, and I feel like this can help you in every search game that you play from here on out. And I'm really looking forward to this episode. I think it's going to help you guys out a lot. Just to give you a little bit of a backstory as far as the gameplay that you're going to see, it's what I consider to be the best search game that I've played on Black Ops 3 so far. I end up going 20-3 in this game, and we end up winning in overtime, and I end up getting the clutch in a 1v1 situation. But the reason I say it's the best game that I've played so far is because we were playing pretty good competition. And I was playing pretty good competition. And this whole gameplay, you're going to see me, I was playing solo. I wasn't partied up with anybody, but I actually joined this lobby in the previous game, and it was mid-game. And whenever I joined, and the other team was already winning 3-0, and whenever I joined, they won the next round, so the team ended up winning 4-0. So I knew they were pretty good. They didn't have much trouble at all. And in between games, I noticed that there was a Prestige 9 on the other team. So I sent him a message just talking some smack, saying something like, "You have no life." And he responded. He was actually kind of cool about it. But anytime you talk smack, you definitely want to represent yourself well in the next game of search. So that kind of added to the pressure. But I noticed the team stayed the same, so I knew that they were partied up. I knew they were communicating, and that affected how I played this game. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in the episode. But definitely good competition. That's why I'm so proud of this gameplay. But I think there's a lot of good teachable moments in here. That's why I chose it. All right, so first round here, you're going to see me go into the middle and hold it down in there. And I think I ended up getting 4 of them, which is good. But you'll notice throughout this entire gameplay, and particularly here, I play a little bit slower than I normally do. Yes, I still rush middle, but normally I would push out into their spawn. But I know that these guys are playing together and communicating, so I just kind of camp it up right here. Because I'm thinking the people that I'm killing, that maybe they're telling them, hey, there's a guy in the middle, and there could be somebody in the spawn sitting there watching that door or coming behind me. So I just kind of, take my time here in the middle. And it ends up paying off. I see, my teammates are dying in the spawn, so that gives me a pretty good indication there's somebody out there. So I just kind of lay here and wait for them to try and come middle. And there they do. So at this point, it's 2 versus 1. 2 of us versus 1 of them. Again, I'm playing with random, so I can't really count on them. So I'm thinking I'll just go watch one bomb. The reason I stay here for a while watching this bomb, I feel like they're not going to come middle. I killed 4 of them in middle. If I'm the last guy alive, I stay away from middle, knowing that 4 of my teammates died in there. So I'm not worried about him coming from behind me at this point. So I just stay here and wait for him to try and plant. If he plants B, I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot to get the kill before he can plant. Now, one thing I do want to say, what you're watching is from theater mode, so there's some weird, you're not going to see kill cams and stuff like that. I apologize for that, but I didn't have my Elgato on, of course. All right, so we planted A, and that's a good move, and you'll see the other team makes a lot of good plays in this game. Like I said, they were pretty good players, but as I'm going to A, I'm going the longest route possible. Usually your better players are going to know about good spots to watch the bomb from, so I'm hoping that he's back here, and I'm hoping that I come behind him. And as I make my way to the bomb here, you're going to see my first mistake. Why did I go for the defuse? There's still 2 of us versus 1 of them, and at the point where I got to the bomb, there was probably, 16 seconds left. I shouldn't have gone for the defuse. I should have looked around longer and only went for the defuse whenever I absolutely had to. But he ended up being down below there. My teammate ends up killing him, but too late to get the bomb. And he was down on that ledge. Like I said, that's a good spot, and good players know about these spots. So that's definitely a mistake on my part. I shouldn't have gone for the defuse. I should have looked for him longer to try and kill him. All right, so round 2, we're on offense here, and you're going to see me go to the middle and have some success again. And what I want to talk about in this is watch how I don't push the action. Yes, I'm in middle. I get hit markers there, but I'm not going to charge in any further. And I have respect for these guys' gun skill because I know they're pretty good. So I'm going to stay right here and put myself in a position to win a gunfight against them. I know that my back's covered right now by an object. I'm up against something. So I'm not worried about my back that much. I'm just trying to stay in a place where I will have an advantage in a gunfight. And you can see right there, it's a good thing that I did because that guy was coming there and he about got me anyway. But yeah, if you're playing against good competition, don't push the gunfights. stay in a place where they have to come to you or that you have an advantage over them. In the previous round, I stayed in that doorway and I had to drop on them as they were coming in there. That, even if they have better gun skill than you, if you position yourself well, then you can win a lot of gunfights. All right, so at this point, it's me versus 2 of them, and we have to plant. And I just saw one back there. I got some hit markers on there, so I know whereabouts one of them is, and he knows where I'm at. So I'm just trying to kind of get back to the middle here, see if he tries to come in that door, play a little bit slow, and take my time. And at this point, I decided to go for it. I saw somebody run by there, so I figure I can get an easy kill on them, and I do. Just got lucky there that he actually ran by. So got the kill. Again, I know they're communicating, so I'm not going to go plant because I figure the other guy's heading my way now. At this point, I have to go plant because time's running out, so I'm going to go up here and plant B-bomb. And this brings us to our next key moment, which is Sixth Sense. You can see it pop up on the screen there. That kill is because of Sixth Sense. I had no idea where the guy was, but whenever I leaned down there, it showed on my screen, and I popped up and got the easy kill on him. All right, so round 3, and if you remember in round 1 when we were on defense, I got 4 kills in the middle. And we're going to talk about our next key moment here, which is how do you adjust your gameplay during the game? So I got 4 kills in the middle in the first round. Usually good players are going to react one of 2 ways when that happens. They're either going to avoid that area completely, or they're going to try and set a trap for you and wait for you to try it again so that they can kill you. And that's really what you have to learn in Search, is to put yourself in their shoes. What are they probably doing to counter what you're doing, and stay a step ahead of them. That's why I stop here before that room. I don't go in. I figure they're waiting for me in there. And you're going to see I get a kill here just because I'm willing to outweight this guy. He was probably in there waiting for me, and he waited long enough to where he thought that I wasn't coming, so he got up, came into my room, and I got the easy kill. Now there I threw up the UAV, and you can see there's still 2 in the spawn. So that calculation was correct, and not pushing forward, not going into that room. There were probably more than 1 waiting for me in there. So remember that as you're playing Search, try and stay 1 step ahead of the enemy. Don't be predictable. You know, if you killed a lot of them, if you have a great round, they're going to try and get revenge. So don't fall into that trap that they're going to try and set for you. Think about what they're going to do. What would you do if you were trying to trap somebody in their shoes? And then how would you, and then counter that by doing something unpredictable. My teammates actually end up carrying me in this round. I think I only got that 1 kill, and then they end up getting the rest of them. So, you know, you definitely like to get a little bit of help from the randoms. But this entire gameplay, I'm playing with the mindset that I have to kind of do everything myself. All right, so round 4, we're back on offense, and this entire game, I have owned the middle of the map. So in this round, you're going to see me rush in a little bit further than I usually do, because I feel like there's no way they're going to push me in here. One comes in and checks it there, and I fire. He runs away, ends up going somewhere else. But again, I'm adjusting to what is going on in the game. I've owned the middle. I know that they're not going to push me in there because I've gotten so many kills in there. So at this point, you're going to see me just kind of scope it out. I know that my teammate died over here, so I'm looking for him. And again, this is another Sixth Sense kill. I saw the Sixth Sense pop up. It's such a useful perk in Search. I wish it wasn't in the game, but it is. So we have to use it. And I really like Sixth Sense. I don't run it all the time, surprisingly. I don't know why. Next thing I want to say, this goes back to putting yourself in a position to win a gunfight. This spot right over here is so powerful. Like, especially if you're guarding that bomb. Nobody can see you in this spot. If they come in this door, they're not looking this way. They're looking towards the bomb. If they come down from the side, they're looking forward. You see that guy, he just ran right by. That spot is great. Use that spot. So I told you earlier that this is one of the best Search games I've had on Black Ops 3. Well, this round is one of the worst rounds that I've had in Black Ops 3. I was destroying the other team, doing so well, feel like I knew where they were going to be, and then I get a supply drop, and I wait back here for it, and it throws me completely off my game. So let that be a lesson to you. If don't let the kill streaks throw you off your game. If you're doing well, keep going with what's working, and don't let your kill streaks, you know, change how you play. But this is a key moment in this round. I end up waiting back here, and then by the time I actually get into this game, it's 5 of them versus 1 of me. I have no chance. They end up planting the bomb, and I have no chance to defuse. The key moment is that I end up dying from a guy who's guarding this bomb. And what you have to do in search, you have to learn from everything. You have to absorb all the information that's available to you. And I wish I had the kill cam to show you guys, but because it's theater mode, I don't. But you're going to see they plant the bomb. I go down here, I get a double, and then I die real quick. The guy shoots me beside this pillar, so watch where he shoots me from. He's actually laying down outside beside that pillar, and that comes into play later in the game. Alright, so round 6 here, and the score's 3-2. We're up at this point. Very important round here because you don't want to ever go to overtime because you don't know what side you're going to be on. So this was an important round, and spoiler alert, we ended up losing it. But I don't know why I decided to lay down here. That's why I moved away, because you're open to both doors. That's a dumb spot. So I ended up getting back here, back behind some cover. Pick up one who's checking middle there. And again, this entire game, I just own the middle of the map. And eventually, you can see there's not there's not nearly as many people as in the first couple of rounds that are coming middle anymore. So I saw a guy there. He ended up throwing a thermite to try and block me from coming that way. So I'm just kind of guarding this door now to see if anybody's going to come down from the B-bomb. And we're on offense here. We've got a plant. At this point, I guess it's what, 3 of us against 4 of them. And I'm just trying to pick them off. I know my teammate has the bomb, but again, you can't depend on your teammates to even plant in this game. If you're playing with randoms, you never know what's going to happen. So I'm taking the long route here. I know that there were some people over here at this bomb, so I'm trying to come in behind them. I see one up there moving. You'll see a lot of people up there, so make sure you're checking that spot. And then I end up getting shot at from that ledge down there. They really like that ledge. Like I said, the good players know the pretty good spots, because that ledge is a good spot if you're going A-bomb. They can stop you from going. But now, here in a second, it's going to end up where it's going to be a 1v1. And I don't know that it's a mistake, but I probably took too long, because the time's running down now. I'm going to go pick up the bomb. And I spend too much time looking for the bomb and going after the bomb than looking for the opponent. So I plant here, and he ends up coming up and killing me, gets an easy kill. But I didn't really have a choice. I had to plant at that moment. The mistake was earlier in the round. I should have been more aggressive earlier. Whenever I got that kill back there on that guy on the ledge, I should have just looped around real quick and came back into it instead of running all the way through the middle and back around. Alright, so overtime, and you're going to see me switch it up here. I do go middle, but I go a completely different way. And like I said, the main thing you've got to do in search is be unpredictable. So I knew that they've been playing slow back in their spawn, so I just kind of take this side route here. I feel very confident that I'm going to be able to make it out, because they're going to be watching that center door, not where I'm coming from. So I switched it up now. I'm rushing into their spawn. I end up getting this AFK guy. And then as I'm turning this corner, I'm getting shot, and my sixth sense is going off. So I get around that corner. You'll see me, I pre-fire this corner to see if he's going to chase after me. He doesn't, and I just kind of get inside here. I'm in deep trouble at this point. I'm thinking he could kill me very easily. Now you'll see my teammates going around the building. And then here in a second, he ends up killing my teammate. And this is a key moment. When he's shooting at my teammate, I know that he's not looking at me, so I run out and seize the moment and get the easy kill. Alright, so here we are in a 1v1 in overtime. I'm on defense, so they've got a plant. In these situations, you will see me kind of stay put, because I want to make them plant. I know that he knows one of his teammates just died in this general area, so I'm seeing if I can hear him or sound horn. He ends up planting. Good move. And I make my way to the bomb. Here in a second, you'll see me stop. I'm actually checking the scoreboard to see who's alive, and I realize that it is that Prestige 9 that I was talking smack to. So as I'm coming up the stairs here, he uses his specialist ability, and now he knows exactly where I am. So I just stop to see if he's going to chase after me. He doesn't. I know that he knew I was coming up those stairs, so I'm just going to take a different route. That's what I'm thinking. So as I make my way in here, I'm just checking the corners, trying to play it slow. Time is starting to be an issue, but here's the key moment. And really the moment of the game, so I'm just going to pause it a second. So in that round where I used my supply drop and played like hell, you saw that I got shot by a guy who was laying down the grass beside this pillar. So time's an issue here, and you see I came around this side of the bomb, and I'm just thinking to myself, okay, I got to shoot over here to see if he's there. So I took the information that I learned from the previous round, put it to use, and sure enough, that's where he was. I end up getting the defuse there. For some reason, theater mode doesn't show you defusing. It quits at the last kill. But what to take away from this is use the information that you get in the earlier rounds. Make sure you're absorbing it all and putting it into action. I knew that in a previous round there was somebody over there. So I looked over there and made sure that I fired over there before I tried to defuse, and it ended up winning us the game. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I really enjoyed making this episode. I'm going to have some more coming your way here soon. Please let me know down in the comments any questions or comments that you have, and make sure that you like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll have more coming your way here soon.